Now in this video, we are going to take up one more program, how to count the number of characters in a string without using the function. So first we are going to define a small function which is not the built-in function, we are defining ourselves. But actually when the function is called, that function is a built-in function when we are considering directly from the Python program. So what we want to do, we want to define a small function. What is that? What is our main aim? The main aim is to count the number of characters. Suppose if I say Python, how many number of characters are there into that Python? Python. So that means you have 6 characters. So similarly, if you want to enter any length of any number of words, and I want to count those number of words, like say for example, Kaveri Institute of Technology is a set of words. So our main thing is whether the character will be counted, but even the null characters like the space, what you have, the white spaces will also be considered. We will going to check that now. So first I will define a small function, that is count characters, which is a string which I am entering. So initially, since I want to count, the first value of the count should be 0. That means I am declaring a variable and try to assign the value to that. Initially the count is empty. So there is no counting characters. So that is why count is equal to 0. That is I am initializing. For character in string, what is that? If I say a word is consisting of set of characters. How to count the characters when you are considering a word? I want to count the characters, character by character, to get a completed one. So for char in string, count plus is equal to 1. So what is that meaning? Suppose if I say on, on, how many number of characters are there in that? I have 2 characters. One is O and the other one is N. So initially the value of count is equal to 0. For character in string, what is the string? I have entered on, First character in that string is O. Is O is in string? Yes. What is count plus is equal to 1? Count is equal to count plus 1. What is the initial value of count? The initial value of the count is equal to 0, that we have already assigned here. Then count plus, that is 0 plus. Since O is the character which is available in this string, so that becomes the first character. So count plus 1. So what is that? 0 plus 1 will become 1. Then again it goes back because you are in a loop. Then char in the string. What is the next character in on? The next character is N. So N character is in the string? Yes. Count will be equal to, count plus 1, count plus is equal to 1. So what is the previous value of count? The previous values of count is 1. Count plus is equal to 1 means what? Count is equal to count plus 1. So initially the count was 0 when O is the character which we have considered. So count is equal to 0 plus 1 becomes 1. Now what is the value of count? Count is equal to 1. Then is character is in string? Yes, that is N. Then what is the count? Count will be equal to the previous value of count. What is the previous value of count? 1. So 1 plus 1 it becomes 2. Then again it goes back to the character in string. You have any count there or any number of characters? No. So it comes out, return to the count. So this is what we are actually writing the program. So the input string is input enter string. I want on. What is the character count? Is the definition of the function. Character count will be equal to count characters input string. So what I am doing is I am trying to assign a variable to the character count. So then print number of characters in a string is, how many number of characters you are going to get? You are going to get 2. So you will get 2 when you are just typed in ON. Now how to explain this? For example, I will consider when you run the program, what it happens? Initially the cursor will be at the function name. So once it executes this, so it comes to this directly, input string. What is enter the string? Kaveri Institute of Technology. So I want to count how many number of characters are there in this word. Kaveri Institute of Technology. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is the space, 19, 20, 21 is the space, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So the number of characters in a string is, in that string, what I am talking about, is 31. So when you enter this string, you are entering this. Then character count is equal to count characters input string. So immediately the function will go to this function, count characters is string. So character count will be equal to count characters. So initially count will be equal to 0. Then characters in string, that is O is in that string. Yes, count is equal to 1. Again it goes back. It will take the second character. What is that? N. So n will be equal to count is equal to count plus 1, that is previous value of count is 1, so 1 plus 1 it becomes 2. Then again it goes back. There is no other string in that there is no other characters in that string, so it comes out. Return to count. What is the value of count? Count value is 2 now. Okay. So once it is executed, the character count, it becomes print, enter number of characters in a string. What is the enter the number of characters in the string? The number of characters in the string is whatever it is there in the quotes in the print function will be written here. Then I want to call the variable character underscore count. What is the character underscore count? What is the value, the return value of this count? The return value of this count is 2. So you are going to get 2. So the number of characters in a string is 2. Now when you want to take the same string, the Kaveri Institute of Technology, and see what happens. So first we are going to define the count characters string. Count is equal to 0 for char in that string, that is characters in that string. Count plus is equal to 1. What does that mean? Count is equal to count plus 1. So then you are going to return the value. To what? To the main function. That is character count is equal to count characters and the input string. So once you get this input string is input, enter the string. So once you enter the string, which is that the Kaveri Institute of Technology, then what is the character count? Character count is equal to count characters or input string. So immediately the cursor will going to jump to the for characters string. Count is equal to count plus 1, that becomes 1, return count 1. So now it won't go to that. Again it comes to the for loop. So what is that for loop? Here you can see the count is equal to 0. For character in the string, first it is going to take the character of C, because Kaveri C is the character. Count plus is equal to 1. What does it mean? Count is equal to count plus 1, that is equal to 0 plus 1 equals 1. The count will be equal to 1. So that is what I told. Then for char in string, it will go for A. So is character A is in that string? Yes, Kaveri Institute of Technology. So count will be equal to count plus 1. That is 1 plus 1 it becomes 2. Then for char in string, R character is equal to U. So once you get U, what is count? Count is equal to count plus 1. That is 2 plus 1 it becomes 3. Okay. Then for char in string, V is available in Kaveri Institute of Technology. Kaveri Institute of Technology, yes. So count is equal to count plus 1. What is the previous value of count? Previous value of count is 3 plus 1 it becomes 4. Then for char in string, then you are going to take E, CAUV, next one. That is the fifth character. Count is equal to count plus 1, that is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Then for in string, for char in string, R. count is equal to count plus 1, that is 5 plus 1, it becomes 6. Then for char in string, character is equal to y, count will be equal to 6 plus 1, it becomes 7. Then for char in string, after Kaveri, you have a space. The space is also to be counted here. So char will be equal to a null string or the null space. The count is equal to count plus 1, you have to count that character also, that space also. So then 7 plus 1, it becomes 8. The count will be equal to 8. Then for char in string, char will be equal to I, yes. Count plus is equal to, count is equal to count plus 1, that is 8 plus 1, it becomes 9. Similarly, for char in string, char will be equal to n, then count will be equal to 9 plus 1, it becomes 10. Then char in string, so the character is s, count is equal to, that is there, it is true. For char in string, that means s is there in that string, s. So then count will be equal to previous value of count plus 1, so 11. So count is equal to 11. Then for char, what is the character t? T in that string, yes. Count is equal to count plus 1, that is 11 plus 1 is equal to 12. Similarly, for char in string, character is I, INST, I. Count is equal to count plus 1, that is 12 plus 1 is 13. Then for char in string, T, count is equal to 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. Then INST, I, T, U. For char in string, yes, U. Count is equal to 14 plus 1 is equal to 15. Then char is t, t is in string, s, count is equal to 15 plus 1 is equal to 16. Then char in string, that is e, count is equal to 16 plus 1, it becomes 17. Then for char in string, you have after institute, you have a space. Take space, count is equal to 17 plus 1, it becomes 18. Then char in string, O, count is equal to 18 plus 1 becomes 19, count is equal to 19. Then for char in string, F, character is F, F is available in string S. Then count plus is equal to 1, count is equal to count plus 1, that is 19 plus 1, it becomes 20. Then you have space, so count will be equal to 21. After that T is available in string S, then count is equal to 21 plus 1 is 22. Then char in string E, character is E, key is available in string S, count plus is equal to 1, that is count will be equal to 22 plus 1, it becomes 23. Then char in string, that is C, count plus is equal to 1, count is equal to count plus 1, that is 23 plus 1 is 24. Then CH, char is equal to H, H is available in string S, count is equal to 25, that is 24 plus 1, it becomes 25. Then for char in string, technology, NO, N-O-L. So count is equal to previous value of count is 25 plus 1, it becomes 26. Then for char in string O, character is O, count plus is equal to 1, that is count is equal to count plus 1, that is 26 plus 1 is equal to 27. Then for char in string, char is equal to L, what is that? Technology, L, count is equal to 27 plus 1, it becomes 28. Then I have O, count is equal to count plus 1, 28 plus 1, it becomes 29. Then for char in string, character is G, technology, G, count is equal to 29 plus 1, it becomes 30. Then for char in string, char is equal to Y, then count is equal to 30 plus 1, 31, so count is equal to 31. So after executing all these, then again it goes back to the for loop, but since there is no other character which is present there, so it will comes out of the for loop, and then whatever the calculated value of count, that has to be returned to the main function, because what you found out all these things is in the function. So I want to take the value of that from the function to the main function. So for that I am using return count. Count is equal to 31. The value of count is equal to 31 is returned to the character count 31. Print number of characters in a string is, that is character count, which is equal to 31. So this is how you will be able to write a program to find the number of characters to count the number of characters in the string without using the string function. Now we will try to write a program. Def here count character string, count character string. Then count is equal to 0. Then for character in string, condition is true, correct? What you have to do, count is equal to count plus equals 1. Then I want to return the count. Then I want to write the program. Input string, input underscore string equals input, enter a string, input string, enter the string. Then character count, character underscore count equals count characters, I want that to input string. So this is the calling function. Then print number of characters in a string is, print number of characters in a string, number of characters in a string is comma, what exactly you want to print? I want to print character count. So now this is how you will be able to execute the program. Now I will say, I will just run this program first. I want to check whether you are going to get the same count or not. I have the Kaveri Institute of Technology. So how many number of characters are there in this? 31. Similarly, if you want to enter the name, if you want to enter your name, you just give, how many number of characters are there? 10 for my name. So this is how you will be able to count the number of characters in the string. Now we will try to execute it by step. Now I will say, first debug file, then I will say Kaveri, enter the string Kaveri Institute of Technology. Okay. Character count, that is the input string now. Input string is here, so that input string will come here. So that string will go to this. So I will just enter. Now you can see that input string no longer, it is nothing, it is Kaveri Institute of Technology. So initially count is 0. You can see here. String is Kaveri Institute of Technology, count is equal to 0. For character in string, yes, first it will going to take C. char will be equal to C. So you can see here, count is 0. 0 plus 1 it becomes 1. So the count will become 1. Then it will go to the character, which is the second character, char, A. This will be A. You can see. Count in A. A is there in the Kaveri Institute of Technology? Yes. Count becomes 2. Then it takes U. U in that string? Yes. Count is 3. Then V. Then V is there in the Kaveri Institute of Technology? Yes. Count 4. Then E. Then count 5. Then R. Then count 6. Then R. Sorry, Y. Y is there in this string? Yes. Count is equal to 7. Then you have space. You can see that space, which is this. This is the one which I am talking about. Then it becomes 8. Then I becomes 9. Then N, it becomes 10. Then S, it becomes 11. Then T, it becomes 12. Then I, it becomes 13. Then T, it becomes 14. Then U, it becomes 15. Then D, it becomes 16. Then E, it becomes 17. Then give one space. Then 18. Okay. Then O, 19. Then F, then 20. After that, give one space. Then T, you take 23, 22, E, 23, C, 24, then H, 25, then N, 26, then O, 27, then L, 28, then O, 29, then G, 30, then Y, then 31. Then after that, there is no other character, so the count will going to become 31. So then once it returns the count, what is this count? This count should be 31. So here it will be 31, but here it won't be a 31 because you are still in the function. Now you will going to get the character count, which will going to be how much? 31. Now you can see that character count will be equal to 31 and this character count will also be equal to 31. So this is how I will be able to pass the value from the function to a main program. So this is how you will be able to execute the program on how to count the number of characters by using the Python program without considering the function, that is the built-in function. But I am creating a user-defined function to count the number of characters, and then that should, the value after executing the entire word or the entire sentence, it has to pass the value to the main function. For that I am using the return. So this is how I will be able to pass the value from the function to the main program using the Python program. Thank you.